This is my desk setup for 2026. It's the biggest upgrade that I have ever made. I was going for something that was clean, minimalist, yet still cozy and super functional. So I'm sharing the biggest changes that I have made since my last setup video, and that includes my biggest standing desk ever, my biggest monitor, and a charging station that finally solves my biggest cable management problem. And if anything here gives you inspiration for your own setup, I've got the best deals linked down below. All right, so this is the Vernal Core 3 standing desk with this gorgeous light walnut finish that contrasts very well against my new wooden wall slats. I went for the 71-inch size, which is the largest desk I have ever owned, but man, I needed it because you can see just how much space my new Dell Ultrasharp 52-inch takes up. And I know a few of you are probably subscribed over from my last desk setup video, which featured this desk over here. But when I was setting up this new monitor, I quickly realized that my old desk was just too small. So that's now gonna be part of Mia's own big desk upgrade, which we're working on for our next video. I'm 5'9" for reference, and you can see this is more than enough height for me, but most importantly, I wanted something that was going to be stable with a big setup like this. Now, this is rated for up to 350 pounds. If I didn't hear it moving right now, I wouldn't realize I was moving. What if I couldn't reach this and I couldn't get down? But it doesn't just get tall. Check this out. This can go all the way down to 25 inches, you know, maybe get a little cushion. This could be a comfy way to get some work done. And then we've also got this really nice pull-out drawer with these felt dividers, and this is where I keep all my USB hard drives, all my most used accessories, everything that would basically be taking up space. And while the desk doesn't have a headphone holder, that's why I got this really slick $20 side storage organizer that holds my laptop, my headphones, and even has a mini pegboard for other accessories. And hey, if you're enjoying this video so far and you want to see more desk setup videos and reviews like this one, make sure you're subscribed because we have a lot of great upcoming projects that you won't want to miss. And now for the monitor that sparked this rather impromptu desk setup in the first place. This is the Dell Ultrasharp 52-inch 6K monitor, which is without competition the best monitor for video editing that I have ever tested. It's still wide enough for my longer video timelines, but now I have enough vertical height that my preview window isn't as shrunken down. This height also has made it a lot better for running two full screen apps side by side, and everything just has more room to breathe now. And for gaming, this is only 120 Hertz, which coming from a 240 Hertz monitor is a bit of a step down. Honestly though, 120 Hertz is still fast enough for when I'm playing Overwatch, and even better, something that I quickly realized is that that 21:9 aspect ratio means no more black bars on the side with most of my games, so I'll definitely take that. Connectivity though is probably the unsung hero here. My MacBook Pro connects to the monitor and everything else that you see on my desk using just a single Thunderbolt cable. Display, up to 140 watts of charging, Ethernet 2.4 gigabit, 4 USB Type A and 3 USB-C on the back. And then check this out, there's also a hidden pop-out panel with 2 more USB-C and 1 USB Type A port for when I need to quickly connect to more accessories. And because of that, I was actually able to completely ditch a dedicated desktop dock and got a much cleaner setup as a result. Now look, this monitor is almost $3 grand, so it's definitely not for everyone, but besides my laptop and camera, of course, this is arguably my most important and used tool. So if your workflow also lives in a lot of video timelines, lots of research, and a ton of background apps, and you want to replace a multi-monitor setup, or you just need more vertical space than a 32:9 monitor offers, there really isn't anything else that's this big and sharp. Next, let's talk about cable management, because this charging station is a big part of how I'm keeping this desk setup so tidy. Besides the gadgets on here, I constantly need to charge other accessories all at once, which makes things get messy really quickly with cables everywhere. So that's exactly what the Gitryin desktop charging station 12-in-1 combo solves, because it has 4 USB-C retractable cables that I can quickly pull out to the length that I need, and then when I'm done, retract it back, and it's even magnetic to keep it tidier. And I can also connect an additional USB-C cable at the bottom if I need to power even more gadgets. And then turn it around, and we actually find 4 AC outlets on the back for when I need to charge even more power hungry devices. So right now I've got it powering my lamp, powering my Rodecaster, and even better, this entire setup is still compact and fits underneath my monitor. On top of that, this actually comes off. These pop out and you can use them individually. You can plug this directly into a wall if you wanted to, or pack this up and use it on the go if you wanted that retractable wire while you're traveling. So this is a very handy setup that's not just useful for a desk, and this has easily been the best solution I have found to all my cable management problems. And then attached to the top here is the Quintus monitor light bar. Look, I used to be skeptical about light bars, but this is now my second one, and they do absolutely make a difference. It reduces the harsh contrast from a bright monitor against a dark background without creating any glare like overhead lights and lamps normally would. And I've also recently added these two cheap light stands, which I've paired with these GE bulbs that are also smart controls, so I can say, Alexa, set the studio lights to purple. Again, it's all about creating that cozy vibe. And then rounding out the new additions here, the Edifier MR5 studio monitor speakers. I mean, they just sound incredible. The white color is also a great combo with my desk, and I think the pair looks really sharp together. I don't really like editing with headphones on, so having a solid set of speakers that are neutral and clear is very important for my videos. Yes, they're slightly bigger than your average desktop speakers, but if you have the space for them, the sound quality here is worth the footprint. And for $350 for the pair, I think these punch well above their weight. Of course, a few pieces have carried over from my last setup that still earn their place. You can check out the last desk setup video to learn more, but here's the quick rundown. The LiberNovo Omni chair and moss screen is still where I spend most of my day, and it's the best office chair that I have ever sat in for long sessions thanks to its curved back and built-in massager. And underneath my desk, I've got the matching footrest, which keeps my posture in check. The Rodecaster Duo is still handling my XLR inputs from my A-roll setup over there, as well as the mic behind me, and it has 4 faders while still being very compact. The Anchor Prime wireless charging station 3-in-1 charges my phone, AirPods, and folds away when I don't need it. It also packs up really well when I'm traveling. The Logitech MX mechanical keyboard is great to type on without being obnoxiously loud, and it lasts for months on a single charge. The Razer Basilisk B3 Pro continues to be my favorite mouse for productivity and gaming because of its ergonomics and high polling rate. So that's my 2026 desk setup. Hopefully this gave you some inspiration, and if you want to learn more about any of the gear that I use here, you can find it all linked down below. And you know what? I'm really happy with how clean and functional this all turned out, but I'm always looking for ways to add a little bit more personality without adding any clutter. So if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, share your thoughts on this new setup, or if there are any other accessories you think I should test out for next time. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you're subscribed because I have full reviews on a lot of these accessories along with Mia's own desk setup video dropping soon that you won't want to miss. So until the next one, catch you later.